Yo, what is up guys? Welcome back to the BTM channel, and in today's video, we're doing my official reaction / record prediction to the Bengals 2025 schedule. Without further ado, let's get right to it. Alrighty, so starting it off, we are starting at Cleveland. I do not like this at all. This is an away game too. That's the other bad thing. This is in Cleveland. Obviously, Cleveland, we saw they were a disaster last year. It's not even, again, I don't care really how good Cleveland is. At the end of the day, they're an AFC North opponent, and they know what we like to do. They know how we like to play. And, you know, I don't care how bad they were last year. They don't really have a set quarterback right now. We'll probably end up playing Joe Flacco. Joe Flacco's honestly, he's always consistently solid. So that's probably who we'll end up playing. But nonetheless, it's just the fact that we're playing AFC North opponent. Week 1, I'm saying we're taking the loss. I think it's got to be one of those things that, you know, we always start the year bad. And I think this has got to be kind of one of those games. People overreact. We got to lose it. And then it's got to be like, oh, here we go again. But let's get on to week 2. Alrighty, so week 2, we have a home game. This is another 12 o'clock game at, in Cincy against Jacksonville. Personally, I think this is a win. I think we're gonna, be able to take down Jacksonville. Of course, they just got Travis Hunter. They obviously, they got a lot of moving pieces. It'll be interesting to see what Trevor Lawrence looks like. But yeah, I'm gonna say we take the W here. Alrighty, week 3. This is a fun game. This has got to be a shootout type of game. This will be a very fun game. I think this has got to be at Minnesota. Again, week 3, another 1 o'clock game. This has got to be an exciting game. I'm really looking forward to this one. I do think we will take the win here. I think, again, we'll start to get our footing. Hopefully, again, at this point, you have to, Zach Taylor has to get us off to a better start, or else he's got to go. So I'm going to say in this game, we take the W, and yeah, win the week 3 game. Alrighty, this next one, this is a big one here. We got week 4 at Denver, Monday Night Football. This is gonna be tough. Obviously, we saw the last game against Denver. That was a fantastic game. Overtime. T. Higgins. The whole thing. Beautiful, beautiful game. And I'm gonna say, oh man, I really don't know. On this one, I'm gonna say we lose this one. I am going to say we lose this one. I think it's got to be a shootout. I think it's got to be a back and forth game. But I do think we will take the loss in this one and move to a record of 2-2. Alrighty, this next game, again, another exciting game. This one I definitely want to try to attend this game possibly. This has got to be a home game against Detroit. Not like Sunday Night Football, nothing like that. Home game against Detroit. Again, another high-scoring team. This should be a very fun game. It's got to be a tough game. And this is, again, at this point, I'm thinking we're around 2-2, and then at this point, you get a challenge like Detroit. This is a big game. This is a big game. If you can win this one, and I am going to say we win this one. I think the home field advantage will, take us to take us where we need to be. I think our offense has got to be good enough to, win a shootout against the Lions, and yeah, I'm gonna say we move to 3-2. Alrighty, week 6. Ooh man, this one. I don't like this one. Week 6 at Green Bay. At Green Bay, I don't love this one. I really don't. I'm going to say we take the loss here. I think, Green Bay, it's a tough place to play. It really is. Yeah, it's one of the toughest places to play in my opinion. I think, the Packers are obviously a really good team as well. I think this is going to be a close game, but I do think we will take the loss here. Move to a record of 3-3. Alrighty, week 7, a little short week here. This is Thursday Night Football at the Jungle against Pittsburgh, and I'm gonna say we take this one. Again, I think Pittsburgh again is still gotta give us obviously a fight this year. Of course, they give us a fight every year, no matter who no matter who their quarterback is. But yeah, I'm gonna say we win this one. Thursday Night Football, move to a record of 4-3. Alrighty, then moving on to the next week, we got, so now at this point, it is October 26th. We get a nice big rest, and we play the New York Jets at home. and I'm gonna say we take this one. I mean, there's no Aaron Rodgers. Not that I don't think that would really matter. I think the Jets have a lot to work on right now, and it's just there's a lot of moving pieces for them. So I'm gonna say we take the win here and move to a record of 5-3. Alrighty, now third. This is actually very interesting how the schedule. Whoever made the schedule, the NFL. We have another home game. So this is our third straight home game. Again, 1:00 game against the Bears. And yeah, I'm gonna say we take this one. I think this will be a very important one at this point. We're 5-3. After this week, yeah, we go into a bye week. So this would be a big game if you can win it, take the momentum into the bye week. And yeah, I'm going to say we take this one. I think the Bears are obviously got to be a little bit better this year. They've added some good weapons. They've made some moves. I think they're going to be good, but I still think we're going to take the win here and move to a record of 6-3 going into the bye week. Alrighty, coming out of the bye week, we head to Pittsburgh. This is got to be a tough game. I do think this will be a tough game. See, this is one of those where it's like you just hope the Bengals just don't slip up. I think we can beat the Steelers twice. I think that's a doable thing for us. And yeah, I'm gonna say we take this one, move to a record of 7-3. Again, but this is a game I can see us slipping up. Alrighty, and then week 12 we head back home against New England. And this one, we lost to New England week 1 last year, even though obviously we shouldn't have. But again, New England, they're getting better. But again, this is another team I think we should beat. This is another team we should beat. And I'm gonna say, we take this one, move to a record of 9-3. Yeah. Already week 13. This is a very big stretch right here. This is a very scary stretch too. So it's Thanksgiving. This is a huge. I mean, they just keep doing it to the Bengals. They keep doing this. They don't give us home field advantage in these November games. They love giving primetime games, Bengals versus Baltimore, and it's always home games for Baltimore. It really pisses me off because I think if we're at home, we could have. I don't know. Home field advantage is a lot bigger than people think. It really is. It's a huge thing. But yeah, again, at this point, we're 9-3. Heading into week 13, we go to Baltimore, and I'm going to say we lose this one. Again, I think it'll be another close game. I mean, we've seen these Baltimore Bengals games the last few years. They've all been close. And I just think we're going to slip up here, take a loss, move to a record of 9-4. Alrighty, next game up we got is the Buffalo Bills. Week 14, again, we're 9-4 going into this game. Again, we're traveling to Buffalo for this game. This has got to be a tough one. And I'm going to say we do take this win. I think we've done pretty well against Buffalo in the past, and I really hope, we can bring that again. And I think, it'd be huge, if you lose that game at Baltimore to bounce back against Buffalo. Alrighty, now we are in week 15. At this point, again, we are 10-4, and we travel back home to Cincinnati to play Baltimore again. At this point, again, if we're in this position, obviously 10-4 is fantastic at this point. 10-4, you're playing now you're at home against Baltimore. Again, this is another one of those big games. You just saw Baltimore 2 weeks ago. And I'm going to say we win this one. I think this would be huge if we could get one off we should have gotten one of those games against the Ravens last year. I mean, that was ridiculous last year what was going on with us. But yeah, I'm going to say we take the win here, move to a record of what? I believe that is 11-4. Alrighty, now we are on to, this is nearly Christmas time, December 21st. We are at Miami for Sunday Night Football. This will be a fun game. And I think we can win this one. Again, I think we can beat, Miami. I think this will be, Miami, it's not the easiest place to play, but I wouldn't say it's the hardest place to play. And, I think Miami is solid, but they are definitely, I definitely think we can beat them. We've played Miami quite a bit in the past, actually, on primetime games. So I'm going to say we take this one and, continue kind of our hot streak here. Alrighty, on to week 17. Again, at this point, I've lost track of whatever record. I might have to go back in the footage and look. But at this point, this is crunch time. We're at about 11 or 12 wins. I don't know. I'll have it on the screen here. We are in Arizona, we're at home against Arizona. And Arizona, again, this is another team I think we can beat. This is another team I think we can beat. And I'm going to say we win this one. And like I said, just continue our hot streak at the end of the season, hopefully. Alrighty, and then the last game of the season, Week 18, we are hosting Cleveland at home. Again, there's no time for this game. They don't know, that's all still up in the air. But I'm going to say we lose this one. I think at this point we might be sitting some starters. If it turns out, if my prediction somehow comes true, which would be great, we'd probably be sitting some starters, resting some guys. And I'm going to say we take the loss on the final game. Alrighty, y'all. Just check the footage again. My bad for obviously getting off on the, how many wins we had. But overall, final prediction is we are going to go 12-5. I mean, I feel like the thing I hate about this is that every year I make these high record predictions because I believe in this team so much. I mean, and every year I feel like we have a chance to have a record like that. It's just, we get the Joe Burrow injury, that happened. And then, you're stuck with Jake Browning. So obviously it's not going to get there. And then last year we lose like every game by one possession. I mean, it was ridiculous. It was ridiculous last year. And I just really hope we can get off to a better start. Again, my predictions are we're going to get off to an okay start. And then I think hopefully as the year progresses, we can get a little hotter. We'll see what happens. I'll probably do another record prediction video once it gets like really close to the season. But let me know what you guys thought. Without further ado, make sure to like and subscribe. See you guys next one. Peace out.